Thank you, Coach, for joining us again this week. Starting off, the team fell in the ACC quarterfinal game to Syracuse last Thursday. Despite the loss, we saw a lot of different players step up in different roles and be productive. For example, Tess Chandler had a new career high with 5 goals, while we saw a lot of freshmen that hadn't played a whole lot of minutes during the season come in and play and have a difference, make a difference in the game and see a lot of minutes. Can you talk about what does that say about your team and just as a whole, kind of that if one player doesn't have the greatest game or is the opponent, their game plan takes certain players out of the game, that others can step up?
Yeah, I think our kids did a really good job. I think it's a testament to, the girls coming off the bench and being ready to go, not just, being ready to play, but actually executing. I mean, Taylor Walker came in, cold. I turned around and grabbed her and said, "You're going in. You got to take draws against the best player in the country." And she looked at me and was ready to go and went in and did exactly what she was supposed to do and did an amazing job. Same thing with Caroline Zaffino. She went in. She had one specific instruction, and she went in and did it with conviction. And, I think it's a testament to these guys. They're all hungry. They're, a team that has one goal in mind, and I was really proud of that. And, it says a lot about the character and the intensity coming off the bench.
Looking forward now, the NCAA selection show is Sunday, and BC is one of those teams that's going to be, we're not going to know until that night whether being a bubble team, and it's kind of we have to see how other conferences finish up. Knowing that, how do you approach this week leading up to it in practice, and where you might not know who your opponent would be? How do you kind of going in with a blank stare? How do you approach this week of practice?
Yeah, we've created a lot of focus out of it, actually. It's a blessing to be in this position because we don't have an opponent to think about. It's the first time all year that we don't have anyone to think about but ourselves. And we're taking this week to train. It's going to be a hard week for the girls, and I think they've embraced that. But we're training to win our first round of the games because in my mind, we're in, and in the girls' minds, we're in, and we're going to be ready when we do get called. It doesn't matter where we go or who we play. We're going to know that we had a week of really good training under our belts.
Sarah Manley was named a Orton Award nominee for the second straight year. Having been a nominee yourself in the past as a player, can you talk about what it means, both from an individual standpoint to be honored with that award, but also as a teammate to have a teammate receive that award, or having one of your players receive that award? Can you talk about what that means to the program?
Yeah, it's great for the program. I mean, it's, an indication of how hard the team is working. I mean, I don't think anybody would make the mistake of thinking that an individual gets on that list because of the individual. It's all of her teammates that have made her good, and all of her teammates that have put her in a position to be a strong player. And you ask Sarah, she'll give all the credit to her teammates, and I do too. So, it's amazing for the program. It's probably our 4th or 5th maybe Tewaaraton candidate. Sarah for the 2nd or maybe even the 3rd year in a row, which is awesome. I think it just shows that there's growth and there's momentum. But again, it's a team thing. It really is. It's not just a political answer. It really is a team thing that's gotten Sarah that award. Obviously, she's an incredibly hard worker and very committed to her sport, but it's more about her character and her selflessness and the way she allows herself to be carried by her teammates.
Thank you, Coach, and we look forward to hearing you guys your name called on Sunday night for the
Thank you.
NCAA selection show.
Thank
Take
you.
care.